All right, I'm joined with Lisa Levecque, Mrs. Levecque, our very own VP here at St. David. How are you today, Lisa?
I'm great. Super excited to do this. This podcast series has been so interesting to see. Our staff is so diverse and we have a lot of different things to offer the community.
We really do. And it's really cool to catch up with everyone, see how their year's going, see how everyone's feeling. And just to share with everyone, just how we work as a team, who we are as people, and why we do what we do. Mm-hmm. So you're relatively new to us here at St. David.
Yep.
How has your experience been so far?
Oh my gosh, it's such a community. I've been in education for well over 20 years now, and being a vice principal, we don't get a choice of where we're going to work. So when they told me that I was going to be placed here, I was really, really thrilled. And this place has always had a reputation as being a school that's a really nice community, and I felt it right away. I was welcomed here. Everybody chips in, and that's not always the case. Some schools are bigger, some schools there's more going on. Maybe, I'm not sure, but the sense of community here, I think everybody would say you feel it right away.
St. David's is smaller than a lot of our schools, and I feel like because of that, we're a really tight-knit staff.
Yeah.
And we're very close, and we all work with a lot of the same kids.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of good communication, and we have a lot of good people we can just kind of count on to cover us if we need it. We're not so far spread that we can kind of come together and all help each other, which is really amazing.
It's tremendous teamwork.
It really
is. You feel it right away.
And it's fantastic having you here. I got to say, the kids love you, the staff, it's been really good. So we're really happy to have you here.
Well, thanks. So we laugh every day, right?
Yeah, we make it fun.
We work hard, but we have a lot of laughs.
In education, you need two things. You need a funny bone and a backbone, right? So you make it work. That brings me to my next question. What originally got you into education?
I came in sort of the back door way. My mom was a retired teacher, and I saw the amount of time and effort she put into it, and I thought, that's not for me. I babysat a little bit, but I thought, I don't think that's for me. And then I tried working in the corporate world a little bit, and then realized, I think it is for me. Mm-hmm. There was a lot more to the job than I realized, and then I became a French teacher, and there's a lot of creativity to it. And it turns out I love working with kids, and I think you probably found the same thing. I didn't know right away that I would love it as much as I do, but it brings a tremendous amount of joy.
Oh, and I remember because you and I did work together at St. Francis, and you were the Empower teacher there, correct?
Yeah.
Did you like doing the Empower job?
I loved, and that was the thing. I started in French, which I loved, and then got into special education, and that was really where things clicked for me, because you get to work in smaller groups of kids and you get to see a lot of growth. And I taught French in grade 7 and 8. So you don't see a lot of growth, that they came to you knowing French, and you're reading novels and you're doing some interesting things. But working in special education like that with small groups of people, you get to know those kids really, really well. And we celebrate every single gain that they make. That was fun.
It's such a big difference when you work with a smaller group. Yeah. I mean, you can really just focus on those needs. And that's really cool about you, because I knew you as the Empower teacher. I didn't know. I just found out now. I was today years old when I found out you taught French.
Yeah. I have a terribly embarrassing story about that. That I like languages. I've always liked languages, except when I was really little. I guess my parents put me in a preschool, a French preschool, and they said, oh, she likes French. So then they put me in a French kindergarten, and I hated it. And I literally ran away from school.
Oh, no.
I remember being 4 years old. I was running home, principal chasing me. And it shows you that you can come back from things like that and become a French teacher. I hated French so much that day when I was 4 years old that I was out. I quit school, then came back. So, we learn from our mistakes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Another thing I didn't know. What other jobs did you have earlier in life? Because you've done a lot in education, but what about your other jobs?
Yeah, and you know what? I think what's important for people to realize, we talk a lot about growth mindset at school. I was a bank teller very briefly, and realized I wasn't well suited for that kind of a lot of math and a lot of accountability. I didn't like that. I didn't stay there for too long. I worked at Bell Canada in Ottawa for a good chunk of time, and that taught me a lot about organizational skills and dealing with people, and I realized how much I like working with people. So that was a good one. And then it was, I think, at Bell Canada that I realized, you know what, as much as I liked it, I have to have, and this is the Catholicity in me too, I have to have the meaning and values built into my job, because like as much money as you're going to make for a company, it just didn't sit well with me. So this, being in education, a Catholic educator, I have so much, I know that I'm helping people, and I think I had to be more in a helping people profession. It fit better for me.
And it aligns with the values that you have.
Exactly. Yeah, you said it well.
It's amazing. And so my next question, now you're VP. So how does it feel to be VP? It's pretty incredible.
Fun. It's a true privilege, because I'm out of the classroom, so I'm not in the hustle and bustle in the same way, but yet it's still a tremendous helping profession. And having been in education for some time, I can often think, because I'm dealing with discipline, or I'm dealing with some things that don't go well, dealing with the families, and understanding that I know how to connect some people with supports they may not have known about. And it's still a lot of helping, which is my favorite thing about it. It's just at a different level and I love the education part. I love talking about teaching. I love talking about trying to solve problems together, again, with an amazing team here. So it's really fun.
I think that's a really cool thing that I actually just found out about, is like you can really connect people to, like, I guess, to outside agencies if they need help, or if they need some sort of someone to come in and give them any additional advice or parenting help or stuff like that. So I didn't know that, and I know our community offers a lot of different services like that. So you can definitely help steer people in that direction, which again aligns with the values and is a really important thing that you can do for people. So helping the community and steering the ship all at the same time,
Just fun. Co-steering the ship, because I think having a leader like Miss Webegwans is invaluable too, and to learn from her that she's amazing.
Well, the two of you have been steering the ship in the right direction, and we're so grateful to have both of you. I want to talk about one last thing, because it's something that you had mentioned about having a growth mindset. So I want to ask you, what does it mean to have a growth mindset?
It means that we all have strengths and weaknesses, and there were lots of times when I look back, things didn't always go my way. That I can think about specifically. I left a little kindergarten to grade 6 school, and then went to grade 7 and 8 and found it hard, and I had to learn a different way to work hard to succeed in that. And then every different level of education, that's what I found. You have some things you're good at, some things you're not good at. I remember when I worked at Marymount, was the high school I went to, my secretary pulled up my transcript. She said, "What happened to you in grade 9? I said, "That was tough. I had a really weak mark in grade 9, typing of all things." Oh, no. But I always thought, well, I'm smart, I can do it, but you can't do anything without the work habits behind it. And that's one thing that I thought I could rely on, just like, well, I know what I'm doing. Another really embarrassing story was when I was turned 16, I went to go get my license on my 16th birthday. Yeah. And it's the written part. And I thought, well, I'm a good student, I can do this. But I hadn't studied. So I didn't pass. And it was a really humbling moment. Like, you know what, like, having some knowledge but without the work behind it isn't going to get you what you want. I have my license now. I got it after that, but it was a humbling experience to think, wow, I'm a good student. But you're not a good student if you don't study and put in the time and the effort.
Just on a side note, the typing thing is funny to me, because every kids nowadays, it's like even like a 4-year-old can just pick up a device and just be like it's like, I remember going to typing class. And,
we had typing class.
I had 2 fingers, and I'm just like,
me too.
And it was hard. Like I struggled, right? But it's like there's so much technology nowadays. Like they might not even know where what the letters are, but they can find them.
They can find them because it gets them to YouTube.
How do I spell YouTube?
And in our day, it was the lazy brown fox and the home keys. I just wasn't my favorite.
Do you remember Math Circus?
No.
Math Circus is just like a funny 90s game. I feel like it was like the only computer game I was able to play back in elementary school. But nowadays they got everything, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well. What can you do, eh?
Yep, things move fast.
The technology generation.
Yep, they don't know life without it.
Yeah.
And you probably had it most of your life too.
Well, I grew up in an interesting time, because in the early 2000s, late 90s, technology was just kind of coming up.
Yeah.
So we had the video games, we had all that, but there was no algorithm. Like you had to go and like find what you liked, or if no one exposed it to you or your parents didn't buy it for you, you didn't have it. So most of my time was spent going outside after school. Like I would get on my bike, go find the neighborhood kids. If one of them had an N64, you know, we'd go play it. Or if we had that typing class where we got all our typing done, I could get on Math Circus, and that was exciting. But other than that, like tech for me didn't really hit till like late high school when like smartphones became a thing. So I feel like I was kind of that last like cutoff generation
Playing
to kind
outside.
of have that outside.
Having some adventures.
Yeah. So I imagine you have some elementary school memories you kind of, they're very fond, right?
It was all the Foursquare and the hula hoops and the skipping and stuff, which I wish came back a little bit more. But
well, maybe this spring we'll paint some Foursquares out there. What do you think, Miss Levecque?
It's a great idea.
We'll teach them, or some double Dutch or something.
Those are good times. They're timeless.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. This has been a
thank
pleasure
you.
to speak to you.
It's such a great series. I think you got fans out here who are going to enjoy the latest installment. We've been waiting. Christmas was a bit of a lull.
I've been waiting. I've been wanting to do this for, I'd say maybe like 2-3 months now.
Yep. We let Christmas get in the way, but now you're back.
We're back.
Okay, that's awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.